Hello guys. Today, we're diving into the wild world of Hypno, so-called pathetic loser who got his hypnotic power, and he uses to control a whole family. Mother, daughter, sometimes together, and father. Well, not physically, mentally, and a bunch of different big rack baddies. But, is it going to be that smooth, or some gave him a reality check? Okay then, without wasting any time, let's dive into controversial but thrilling cultural manhwa story. So, the scene starts with our loser playing with his banana to a cultural reality show. He throws his tissue away after finishing 8th time and sets a new record, but after hearing magical heavenly music of the show, he goes to do it one more time. After he spills his milk, he thinks that hypnotic corn is the best. However, his heart aches and gets a heart attack, dropping to the floor and slowly losing sight to the cultural show he was watching. He wakes up in a white room, wondering he is in Ainakaju's room. All of a sudden, he sees a screen telling him to choose two abilities. He wonders if he's going to a new fantasy world. Well guys, he is pathetic but not a stupid, as he immediately thinks of the power hypnosis with no side effects, as it is every man of culture's dream to have this power. With the power granted, he requests the second power status, where he can see his status on screen like a video game, at any time when called. With the request granted, he gets teleported into a forest. Wondering if this is all real, he opens his status, and shocked that it actually worked. He gets excited over his power but snaps out of it, and wonders where he is at. He then sees a black wolf slowly approaching him, making him nervous, but remembers he has the power of hypnosis, so he attempted to hypnotize the wolf, telling it to sit. However, it didn't work. Then he remembers in the status, the ability only works on the ones that he can talk to. He quickly runs away thinking he will die if he didn't get away quickly. So he ran and ran for so long that he forgot how long he has been running. He is completely exhausted now. It's been so long that the daylight is completely dark now, and bruises all over his body. Then he trips and falls to the ground. He tries to get up but fails, since he is so drained out of energy. With the wolf is one step closer to him, he trembles with fear as faces the wolf. Now wolf is ready to devour him. It jumped like ninja on him. Then a stranger kills the wolf and yells out if he is okay, as sign relief on his face, and he passes out knowing he's saved. He later wakes up in a house, thankful that he's still alive. He then heard a woman with giant melons asking if he is fine. She tells him that this is her house. Her husband found him in the jungle last night. He thanks her for saving him. She tells him to thank her husband instead, and when calling upstairs to her husband, that boy you found woke up. As she turns, her perfect peaches wiggle like a jelly. He admires her solid build, thinking is she a model or something. Our boy noticed that he can see her rack, even after she turned 180 degree. Then he got a sussy idea to hypnotize her and make her his pet or fax slave, and can train her so she can't live without cleaning his lightsaber with her mouth. As his imagination were getting wilder, he breaks his thoughts, thinking they saved his life. He should not even thinking about it. As soon as he control his thoughts, the husband who saved him walks in, asking if he feels okay. As he start to speak, his stomach growls. Then he asks for some food. After hearing our loser protagonist, husband laughs and says, of course we will feed you. Although I don't know how long his laugh gonna last. As we all know, protagonist is going to fill up all the holes of his busty wife with his hot dog. Once he's full after eating up, they asked him why he was being chased by a stray dog in the beast forest without proper clothes on. He struggles to answer and wonders if he should use his hypnosis skill. So he used his ability hypnosis wave on both of them, saying everything he's about to tell them is true. And when he snaps his finger, they will return back to normal but still follow his orders and snap his fingers. He makes some random excuse which they believed without questioning him. Then they introduced themselves. The husband name was Glenn. He was the hunter, and the wife named Linnea. Our protagonist introduced himself as Hypno and asked if he can stay for as long as he wants, which they don't mind at all. Our boy wants to explore the new world, as it's been 2 days and he is fully healed. So, he asks Linnea some questions about this world. She explains this world was full of different gods, middle realm where different species lived. demon, and god realm, and both them was always at war with each other. He wonders if he is truly in a fantasy world. The county they were in called Midden, and house resides in the beast forest of the Midden, which explains why the both of them were in solitude, to get away from the war. They sell meat of beasts they hunts, in order to make a living and survive. After explaining everything, she goes to cooking for him. As she was cooking, he looks over at Linnea's body. He starts to salivating at the thickness of her garrison. However, he remembers that they're married and calms his growing banana, but he can't control himself, and comes up with an idea of his hypnosis power to make all of them happy, even after destroying their family, as he can control emotion, desire, senses, and memories at his will. With that in mind, he and this little bro starts to stand up, and slowly approaches Linnea from behind. She asks him if he needed anything. Instead, he uses his power to make her accept his gratitude, saying it's weird if she doesn't accept it, and she says he is right. Knowing hypnosis worked, tempting Hypno to go a bit further, he tells her that he wants to express his gratitude towards her. She didn't get offended, just standing still as she is under hypnosis. Protagonist glances at her back, thinking he can do whatever he wants and it's time to enjoy the juicy sweet ass of her. He goes for it and grabs her shoulder. As he touches her shoulder, she got confused and asked him what the hell is he doing.
That's all for part 1, guys. If you enjoyed and wants me to continue, then comment and subscribe for part 2. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.